Hey y'all, this is Willie Bill. I got a review for you today. What we're reviewing is this here. It's called Tape Measure. This tape measures a specific length, and they mark it here on the outside as 26 feet, which means if you want to measure anything under 26 feet, this is the correct tool for the job. If you want to measure something over 26 feet, it's going to be a little complicated, but you can do it. There is a technique where you can utilize a tape measure of a shorter length to measure something beyond the initial reach of that device. So it can be done, but preferably you're going to measure things that are less than 26 feet with this tape measure. If you're not familiar with what a tape measure is, it's like a ruler, but it's like a bendy ruler, and it's all wrapped up inside here. Because if it wasn't inside, you'd have this like thing, and you're like trying to put it in your pocket, and like, oh, I gotta go to the job site and go measure some stuff, and you're like trying to stick it in your pocket, and it'd be terrible. You don't want that. You look foolish. That's why you get a tape measure like this. And then what you can do is you push a little lever, and it all disappears. Now you can put that in your pocket. Look at me now, I look like a professional. Not only a professional reviewer of outdoor and household equipment, but a professional measurer. So, tape measure, one of the main features of tape measure is that you pull it out and it like stays. That's like really helpful. This one does it by default, and I like that. This is a company called Stanley, called Lever Lock. They do a nice job with that. I like how it just kind of stays put. Then you squeeze this part down here and it brings it back in. It does have a little lock back here. I don't completely recall what that's for. It looks like it's for nothing, so we'll just ignore that. On the other side, there's a belt clip. Take it, you can hook it on your belt like that. That's not my belt, I recognize, but you can't see my belt right now. I don't feel like standing up, so there's my example of using the belt clip. What else we got here? The tape itself has multiple increments on it. This can also be a determining factor on a tape measure that you want or not. This has inches on it, it has centimeters on it. Centimeters are broken up in tenths, and then inches are broken up, usually you go quarter, eighths, and sixteenths. So that you can measure things, you get the appropriate distance, and then you can make sure something's going to fit in a place, that kind of a thing. In the case of this table, I'll show you how this hook works. So you got a hook on the end, and that's something, so you're like, oh, I want to measure this table. You take that out, you hook it, see how it kind of catches? Then you can pull it tight, and I can see it's 24 inches. That's 2 feet wide, this table. Now, if I had a doorway, and it was 1.5 feet wide, I know that I can't fit this table through the doorway. And see, that's how measuring works, y'all. You understand the dimensions of an item, and then you can determine if that item is going to fit in the place you want to put it. Kind of like a sandwich, you know. You buy like a big sandwich, but you don't recognize that sandwich is twice as wide as your mouth hole. So you just like picking up a sandwich and like clunk, clunk, you know, kind of like a dog with a stick in his mouth trying to get through a fence. You just clunk, clunk. Now you're doing the same because a sandwich. You're putting a sandwich into your face, clunk, clunk, and never get in your mouth, and then you get hungry because you can't eat a sandwich. It'd be that much easier if you just measure the sandwich and then like measure your mouth, and you're like, oh, that ain't gonna fit. So then you get a saw out, and you could saw a sandwich in half and then eat it, and you ain't gonna die of starvation. That's good. That's good. Probably should carry a tape measure most of the time then. So there's that. I think at this point you understand how this works. This is a good tape measure. I dig it. Stanley lever lock, 26 foot. I would say if you need a tape measure, go get one of these. It seems to do the job just fine. And be careful with your sandwich eating out there. All right, that's all for me. Take care, y'all. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. All right. Oh, like a Jedi. Oh, by the powers of Grayskull, you go in. Like Grayskull Ninja. That's right.